Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of Unlocking More with Brittany McWilliams, the podcast where we make real estate simple, human, and all about community. I'm your host, Brittany McWilliams, and I'm excited to be here with you today. Why I started this podcast. I've always loved real estate, but what really drives me is helping people feel confident and connected in their decisions. Over the years, I've noticed that there's so much content out there, it's either too technical or too focused on the transaction. There's not enough space for real conversations about what real estate actually means to people, their lives, their families, and their future. That's why I've created the show. I wanted a place where people could talk about real estate in a way that feels approachable, relatable, and fun. This podcast is for anyone who wants to learn, feel more connected, or just hear some great stories about the people and places that make our community special. Why my approach is different. I work with buyers and sellers in and around the Indianapolis area, and I found that real estate is never just about the house. It's about the lifestyle, the neighborhoods, and the people we meet along the way. I love supporting military families, first responders, and those in the medical and educational fields. Groups I have a ton of respect for, but I am more than willing to help anyone navigate the buying and selling process. I see myself as a resourcer, a connector, someone you can trust guide you from start to finish. I believe real estate should be simple and human. I'm not here just to push a sell. I want to help you find the right fit for your life. People often ask me how I ended up in real estate, and the truth is it wasn't always a straight line. My first career choice was an RN. I went to college for a few years to start that career. I got placed in a nursing home as a CNA. I thought that was for sure the career path I was going to take. Helping people has always been a passion of mine ever since I've been younger. So when I got placed in a nursing home, I had to deal with the death side of people losing family members. That was super tough for me. It's the side that I did not enjoy about nursing. But as I was in that nursing home, not doing hair a day in my life, I would go in there when it was shower time with the old women, and I would take the extra time to round brush their hair and dry their hair before bed. And those women absolutely loved it. So my career choice went in a different direction. I decided to go to Paul Mitchell School for cosmetology, where I spent a good 12 years of my life doing hair for women, making them feel beautiful, men and women feel beautiful when they got out of my chair. And that was such a rewarding time in my life to be able to do that. But I knew there was something more that I could do with my passion for helping people. My better half said, Brittany, I think you would be fantastic at being a real estate agent. The person that helped us purchase our first home, he said, yes, I think that you were made for this career. So I had started the process of getting my real estate license. And I tell you, it's the best decision I've ever made. I get to help people and their dreams come true, and I get to be a part of that. There's nothing better than a first-time home buyer handing those keys off to them, or the first time someone's selling their house because maybe their family's grown, they're expecting their first baby, and I get to be a part of that. So that's kind of how I stepped into the real estate business. It's also how I run my business, is off of trust and people and personal connection. Personal connection is my top priority to any of my clients. I think I'll have some of my clients on this podcast in later episodes where you can hear their testimonials about how I've done my business. So that is how I've gotten into real estate. That is my story. I've also, along the way, I've built relationships after being in my real estate career with lenders, contractors, local business owners, and other agents who all bring something unique to the table. What I've learned in real estate is this is more than just buying a property. It's building a life, creating connections, and finding a place where people truly belong. That's the heart of what we'll talk about here on this podcast. What you'll learn here is, as we move forward with this podcast, we'll focus on 4 main areas. First, we'll break down real estate topics in a way that's easy to understand. We'll talk about first-time homebuyer mistakes, renting versus buying, and what it actually means to buy a home. You'll hear from lenders, brokers, and real people who've been through it all. Next, we'll celebrate our Indy community. Got to support our local people here. I'll chat with local business owners like hairdressers, cafe owners, gym owners, and about why they love the area and what makes it special. I think these are key for us because people maybe that are relocating are not familiar with areas. So we'll talk about local people and why they love their local spots and why they chose to build a business in this area. We'll also share real stories about buyers and sellers. You'll hear from their wins, their challenges, and the lessons they've learned. Their stories are about building connections and making real estate feel personal. Finally, we'll pull back the curtain on how real estate actually works. We'll talk about what agents don't always tell you, how to choose the right agent, which is huge, and what really happens behind the scenes. I'll also share monthly market updates to keep you guys in the loop. Those are key, especially there's a lot of people that I talk to on a daily basis that want to know, hey, Brittany, what's the interest rates like? What's the market like? Is it a good time for me to buy a house? So we'll go through all those things. I'll probably have some lenders share some market or interest rates updates with you because you guys love those interest rates. I know you guys follow those big time, especially when thinking about purchasing your first house or your second house. Before we wrap up this first episode, I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in. Whether you're thinking about buying, selling, relocating, or just love hearing about our community, I hope you found something super valuable today. In upcoming episodes, we'll dive deeper into each of these areas with conversations that educate, inspire, and connect. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And if you're enjoying the show, I'd love for you to share it with someone who might think that what we're talking about on these shows are helpful. Thank you again for joining me today. I'm Brittany McWilliams, and I'm excited to be here with you guys and unlock more in your real estate journey. That's a wrap on today's episode of Unlocking More with Brittany McWilliams. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and follow so you never miss an episode. Join the conversation on social media, and we'll see you next time for more expert advice, local insight, and indie love. I'm Brittany McWilliams with Daniels Real Estate, and I look forward to helping you make your next move your best move.